I guess every day with you is a holiday.
Yeah.
I went there.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good. I'm out. I'm out. I'm not the first to say that, I know. How are you?
I'm good. I'm on holiday, aren't I?
This movie, I don't even know how to describe how the experience, like it was just out of this world.
Yeah.
This to me, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, this to me, this is what movies were meant to be.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is why movies are made.
Yeah, there's something definitely, like, I do feel like sort of Disney have gone back to kind of some of their, like, roots of kind of the older school of movies with this. And it does, you know, it has all the old school values of, like, you know, the morals and the integrity, and the kind of the message is so strong. And I just think it looks and feels like a kind of a classic old movie, which means that the effects just feel so special, because you kind of totally suspend your disbelief with kind of believing that you're not in the 1950s. So it's kind of, you know, the sea, the waves. It's just, I think I mean, I saw it for the second time at the premiere, and I was gripping my boyfriend's hand through it, because especially as they're crossing the bar, it's just like, I mean, it's terrifying.
What was it like to, and by the way, I'm surprised nobody used the line from Seinfeld, "The sea was angry that day, my friends."
Someone did now.
2 in 1 interview. What was it like being on set? Because I know when we're watching the effects, the adventure, but you know, some directors, they want you to experience the thrill while they're filming. You know, back in the day with Psycho, you know, with Janet Leigh and Norman Bates and stuff like that, they filmed it in a shower, and she hasn't taken a shower since. What was it like being on set for this?
Cold.
Yeah.
No, but it was sort of important, I think, and I'm really glad that they decided to shoot it most of it on location, so that we were in Chatham where the events took place, and it was, you know, it was cold, it was winter, so it kind of, you do really feel the elements on the Cape, because it's quite flat and open, and so I think that really helped add to the kind of, it helped as an actor anyway. You know, I didn't have to fake any cold. It was cold.
Constantly being rained on, and you're like, I can't open an umbrella.
Yeah, exactly. Well, actually, it was quite dry. It was just cold. It was like cold and slightly snowy. Yeah.
Oh, it's so great. Like, it wasn't like, I love that they did it on location. It just makes it even that much better.
Yeah, it was. And also fascinating, like, just from a sort of research point of view of, like, being in the place, like, actually getting to see the actual 36-500, to be outside the actual Coast Guard station, to kind of, you know, to be on Chatham Pier, that kind of, Chatham feels quite like old school and chocolate box. It doesn't feel like it's changed too much visually. I mean, it's now quite touristy, but yeah, it was lovely being there.
Can you believe that this is a true story?
No. I mean, when I read the script, it was the first time that I'd heard about the story, but it wasn't until I, you know, went to Chatham, saw the boat, heard firsthand the events, that you kind of, it really hits home at how epic it was, because it was, you know, the boat that they saved 32 lives on is so tiny, and you know, the weather there is just on a relatively calm day. It's pretty stormy, so the idea of just how bad the weather was, and it kind of, it's sort of unbelievable. Even like when you hear Bernie Webber talk about the events of that day, he kind of is constantly referring to it as like an act of God, of like it was sort of out of his hands, and not really, you know, kind of a miracle happening, which you have to believe.
What sold you to do this movie? Was it the story, or was it that you got to be in, like, so much of this movie with Chris Pine?
I think, yeah.
Like, for me, it'd be like, okay.
Well, actually, both. It's the story. It was fascinating, and also it's always like who you get to work with. And Chris Pine and Casey Affleck. It's like and Eric Bana and Ben Foster. You know, it's like people that you kind of are inspired by. It's always lovely to
And not bad to
feel
look
inspired.
at.
Yeah, exactly. and I'd met Craig before. And we just really got on, and I loved his take on Miriam, and wanting her to be strong and and sort of holding her own and having her own, you know, so holding the audience through her own sort of section of the story, and it not just being a guy's movie. And so that definitely made me want to be part of it.
Well, all I can say is, like, if you want to experience an adventure that is a true story and what movies were meant to be, then definitely go and see this one.
Yes.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
KiSS.